United Nations. I'm champion of the whole world, Cassius told delegates from Africa and Asia, who eagerly offered to host him in their countries. The boxer also announced that he intended to move to New York.
Well, yes, I'm scouting now, and some home on the outskirts of town I'll soon be picking.
Is this the reason for this particular trip to New York?
Well, yes, I have enterprise set up here. I'm incorporated now and have a lot of business to tend to. And like I said, this is the center of the world. A whole lot is going on here.
In Chicago, Elijah Muhammad fumed. He ordered Clay to stop seeing Malcolm immediately. The next day, Elijah Muhammad made a move intended to secure the boxer's allegiance and permanently marginalize Malcolm X. This Clay name has no divine meaning, he declared in a radio address. I hope he will accept being called by another name. Muhammad Ali is what I will give to him, as long as he believes in Allah and follows me.
For Elijah Muhammad, it was a brilliant stroke because it pulled Muhammad Ali toward Elijah Muhammad at a time when he could have gone either way. He could have gone toward Malcolm. He could have split from the Nation of Islam. But Elijah Muhammad, by granting Ali this honor, this special name, was saying, you're my son, you are special to me, and that cemented their bond.
Meanwhile, Malcolm tried repeatedly to reach the boxer by phone at the Hotel Teresa. But each call was answered by one of Elijah Muhammad's men. They refused to let Malcolm speak to his friend.
Why do you insist on being called Muhammad Ali now?
That's the name given to me by my leading teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's my original name. That's a black man name. Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave.
What does it mean?
Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
Do you intend to fight under that name?
Yes, sir. I want to be called by that name. I write autographs to that name. I want to be known all over the world as that name, especially throughout Asia and Africa, because that's the names of our people over home.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Two, three, four, five. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
I'm Tony, number one soul brother.
Welcome to HVP. Now, we got so much to get into this week. You know what I'm saying? Each and every Tuesday, we live for your pleasure. You know what I'm saying? We might sneak in another night too, because there's a lot going on in politics. You know, we got wars going on. We got presidents' candidacies going on. It's a lot happening that we gotta put our stamp on approvals. You know what I'm saying? Hoodview.
Sorry.
What you think? What's been going on with you, player?
Nothing but this damn rain.
I know, man. It's crazy. Now you gotta remember, some of these states don't have this rain we talking about. Oh, do they?
Hell no. Like it's gonna rain in all 50 states at one time.
That's what I'm saying. LA looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Right.
But from now, if you can see from this first video we played in the intro, right? It was a point in time where the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, formerly named as Cassius Clay, as you can see, he chose to change his name. Now, as we can see there, it was a name given to him by Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Now, so he took that as personal and made it his name. So if everybody didn't know, Muhammad Ali comes from him changing his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali when he went Muslim, right? Now, as we see in the present times, we got a lot of people changing to Muslim, right? in the rap industry, boxing, sports, whole nine, right? We even got my man now first of all, Money Mayweather really held him down, bro. Javante. Because he could be a bigger star if Main Man didn't hold him down to I want to be the star and you just stay here. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the feeling I got from Mayweather with him. But he's now changed over to Muslim, just like Muhammad Ali did. I want to get your thoughts on that, number one soul brother.
Well,
Now, there's a lot of people, Lil Durk, everybody does switch to Muslim lately. They try to make it cool. What's that about?
well, that's been going on for the longest time because you got plenty, especially in hip hop. Half of them is Muslims. You shit, Chuck D. Shit, damn.
I'm talking about the new motherfuckers. Because you got to remember,
the new ones.
Ice Cube, everybody switched to Muslim a long time ago when we was early in the hip hop. You know,
But if they're serious about it, eventually they're gonna change their name. If you're in the nation, you're gonna get your X. If you're a Mo brother, you're gonna get your Bay or your L. So it's
yeah, exactly.
The serious brothers, the serious ones, they're gonna eventually do that. They're gonna change their name and get more, Asiatic name, if you will.
Exactly, because you gotta remember, it was a tug of war at the time where you had Muhammad and you had Malcolm X, who broke away from Elijah Muhammad, and it was a different vision he had. You see what I'm saying? So you had a conflict where he was with Malcolm X up until Elijah Muhammad gave him a name.
He was with Malcolm.
He's like, okay.
It was with Malcolm.
I gotta take this name though.
Up until the point, that they was beefing. That Malcolm, they found out. Well, Malcolm found out that Elijah Muhammad wasn't living the way he was claiming he was living, and it was a whole bunch of stuff with pregnant women and
he was getting pussy,
and all this other stuff, and being as though they wanted to keep Elijah Muhammad wanted to keep Muhammad close to him.
True.
He wanted it because basically Malcolm was kicked out the group, especially with Malcolm after, it wasn't no going back after Malcolm went over to Mecca and found out what true Islam was. But being the voice, the platform, and as famous as Ali was at the time, Elijah Muhammad wanted to keep Muhammad close, and that's what happened. Because even in his later years, Muhammad said one of the greatest regrets of his life was that he didn't listen to and stick by brother Malcolm at that time. And remember that when Muhammad changed, when he changed his name, that was right before the listening fight too. They hate him. Whoa.
Go ahead.
Still, hold on. Nah, I'm good. But he got all kind of hate and shit. One time he was the most hated motherfucker on earth. But revisionist history had y'all thinking that he was always beloved. It's like revisionist history have y'all always thinking that Martin was always beloved. But these were some of the most hated cats on earth. Not only because of their skin color, but because of what they stood up for. But, motherfuckers always. Years later, when people don't get in touch with their history and read up on these type of things and learn these type of things.
That's why we're here.
That's how shit like that happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's why 9 times out of 10, half the people that was watching this podcast never knew the transition between Cassius Clay and Muhammad Ali. They just knew him as Muhammad Ali. They never probably didn't even know he changed his name or what was the circumstances or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the reasons why we here doing this podcast is like we want to.
Many others, or the many others, even in newer times when Benjamin Chavis was on his way to being one of the top leaders in the civil rights movement. This was in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, this was in the 90s. And Benjamin Chavis was out there. He was out there just like Al Sharpton was out there. But when it was after the Million Man March, when he for a time when he was running with Farrakhan, he became Muslim. He changed his religion, became a Muslim, and changed his name. He was Benjamin X for a minute, then I think he was something else. And then I guess whatever happened, and he converted back to Christianity. He's back to being good old Benjamin Chavis. But that's how things, that's how things go. But it been, in sports, you had it. Chris Jackson, the basketball player, became Abdul Mahmoud Rauf. Dwight Braxton became Dwight Kwame. Even Joe Tex, the man James Brown stole half his moves from. He became a Muslim and changed his name. So, but if that's what you believe in, that's the way you feel. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Do your thing.
But do you think when Classic Clay changed his name, did that fuck his career up or did it enhance his career? Because when you change your name, that's marketing. You know what I'm saying? That can fuck you get shit up.
They don't fuck his name up. They were mad. I mean, some people was mad. Some people refused to call him Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't. What fucked his career up or set his career back was the refusing the draft. That's what fucked it. That ain't, but refusing the draft was going back to what he believed in, going back to his religious beliefs. He didn't believe it, and he was protesting on behalf of his religious beliefs. What he believed. Yeah. So, but still, even when that happened, where he was at the height he was the top of his game, and then though it really, changing the name ain't really.
Change name was huge. That was a huge move. Because now everybody got not Classic Clay as the champion. It's Muhammad Ali. Now you gotta have white America.
But he wasn't the champ. He wasn't the champ when he changed his name. He changed his name right before the listing fight.
But he was a beast though.
Before he became champ.
He was a beast though.
Yeah, he was
going to be champ.
No, because everybody expected him to beat the shit out of him.
He was going to be champ.
Yeah, it was his destiny.
Exactly. Yeah.
At the time, nobody expected him to beat Liston. Nobody. They thought Liston was gonna beat all the shit. They thought Liston was gonna kill his motherfucker for real.
Yeah, that's different.
That's how bad Liston was. Liston was one of the baddest motherfuckers. Liston was Mike Tyson before there ever was a Mike Tyson.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So they thought motherfucking Liston was gonna damn near kill his boy at the time. And right before the fight, he came out. He came out as a Muslim and said his name from then on was Muhammad Ali. What? I don't know. I definitely, it's ever how you feel about it, because so much stuff happened around there where he had Elijah Muhammad's son ended up managing him and doing all this, that, and the third, and so it was just wild.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody tuning in for Facebook. Wherever you tune in, YouTube, we appreciate you a whole lot. Twitter, Twitch, appreciate you a whole lot. Now, as everybody know, when you watch our podcast and listen to this podcast, right, which is going to be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, where we get your podcasts at real soon, you know, you realize that two things, right? Other than a soul brother, right? We're really searching for the right thing for the black culture, right? When I say that, I mean Soul Brother is already a pronounced Democrat. He already told you this is where he at, right? So what we as a podcast is like, we're just looking for what's best for the black culture. That's our goal. That's it. Now, lately we've been realizing that, not even lately, for the last 2-3 years, right? Realizing that it's some black people that support Republicans or Trump. Right or wrong? You've been running to those black people? And the fact that we do this podcast is that reason. We just want to inform black people, right? If you make the decision to still vote for a racist, that's cool, right? But what we want to do is just give you the facts of what's happening, right? And give you an informed decision when you make those decisions. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch this podcast and listen to this podcast, we feel like we give you informed decisions, period. We inform you. We give you stuff that you might not even know, you know what I'm saying, about the black history. And that's what we do, especially the black ladies. But we real key on letting the black culture know what's happening in politics. That's Hoodview Politics, you know what I'm saying? So, from this point on, right, even though we're tracking the presidential, the race, which is we don't know, we got Haley sniffing her little nose in the Trump in certain states, you know what I'm saying? So, but number one soul brother was clear on that. We know it's going to be Trump and motherfucking Biden, right? So what we want to do is let everybody know what Biden done since he been here, right? And I noticed that most of the black people that support Republicans or Trump are misinformed. So if we can just get on the same page of facts first, then we can debate on what's right for the black culture. Do we agree? So what we're going to do here first it's no more debates, right? That was the last one. It's another one, ain't it? I'm talking about Republican debates. It's another one, ain't it?
They got some town halls.
So to me, other than Haley making some noise in certain states, this is irrelevant. She's not gonna beat out Trump for the nomination. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not gonna happen because most of the party is already, no matter what facts you give them, they gonna vote for Trump regardless, right? So she working with something that's hard to work with right now. Now, and she's a female, so there's two problems as far as Republicans are concerned, right? And on the Democrat side, we have a problem with Biden is not getting his message out. All things he have been doing since me and number one soul brother have been doing this podcast, he's been doing a lot of good things, including insulin, including motherfucking the student loans. So it's certain things he's been doing that hits people directly that you don't know. And you feel like Trump let motherfucking who's the motherfucker he Kodak Black out of jail is way more important than some of these bread and butter issues. So I'm gonna let number one soul brother take it from here.
That's because fucking, I'm just gonna say how it is because people need to be told. That's because a lot of y'all motherfuckers out there ignorant as shit, and y'all ignorant to the fucking fact, and y'all let these people put a fucking wool over your eyes. him letting Kodak Black out of jail don't mean shit. Because Kodak Black, in the big picture, don't mean shit. Kodak Black is an ignorant ass. Kodak Black is doing nothing to uplift the black community. He is doing nothing to uplift his own community. Kodak Black is a jackass. But because he can put two rhymes, he can rhyme two words together at the end of a fucking sentence, y'all think he did something. It's the same thing I tell y'all last week about Oprah, people like Oprah and Tyler Perry. They'll throw y'all a bone. Oh yeah, we did this. We kept that old lady in the house. You can keep an old lady. You can buy an old lady a house for $100,000. $100,000 don't mean shit to them. They billionaires. They wipe their ass with $100,000. Just like letting Kodak Black out of jail and some of these other dumbasses don't mean shit. That don't get me wrong. I don't want to see nobody locked up. Been there, done that. I want to see them out. I don't want to see nobody in there, period. But if you're looking at the big picture, that don't mean shit. Because they can let one asshole out of jail that's gonna keep going back to jail for stupid shit. And that blinds y'all to the fact that when it comes to, I'll let motherfucking Kodak Black out of jail, but when it come to justice reform, when it come to reforming the justice system, they ain't doing shit about that. But y'all think that letting Kodak Black out of jail is reforming the justice system. No, it ain't, because it's motherfucking black people and people of color, minorities, every day are getting railroaded. So that don't mean shit. They done pull the wool over your eyes there. Okay, we done let Kodak Black out of jail, and we done did this and that, and we done did that, had a meeting with Kim Kardashian. But you motherfuckers can't afford to get the medicine that'll save your life. Your communities are gone as shit. But the shit that matter in the big picture, but not only your life, but the life of your kids, your grandkids, and so on and so forth, don't mean shit, because they got a depth of pulling the motherfucking wool over your eyes. You know why? Because y'all don't motherfucking take the time to do shit, to read up on what's going on, to take a half hour out of your day, to turn off Love and Hip Hop and to turn on the news. You don't do that. You ever watch Black Ink, then watch the fucking news? Sometimes you got, and I tell my peoples this I'm just telling my peoples this the other night. Like, I don't like looking at the news because the news sad. There's always something fucked up on the news. Well, you got to spend a little bit of time checking out what's going on in not only in your community, but what's going on Capitol Hill, what's going on in all these places. Is if you don't, that's how they this shit slip right past you. Because I can guarantee you, all the motherfucking blatantly racist shit that went on last week, and the blatantly dumb shit that was said out of presidential candidates' mouth, none of y'all know about. None of y'all know about.
But you fuck around and think about voting for that person. Right. That's the funny shit.
Right, because you want to go against the grain because you think that shit makes you look cool. We had a motherfucker. No, get this. And I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to tell you how it fits into y'all lives. We had a person, the leading candidate for president on the Republican side, the man who was going to more than likely get the nomination. We had a shooting at a school last week where a young, I forgot how old the kid was shot and killed. I think a 17-year-old went up in there and shot. It was one student was killed and 5 other people was injured. in a mass shooting, another school shooting, and you got the leading contender, the leading candidate for president on the Republican side. This is what he said. And if I quote him wrong, I'll get it right in a minute. He basically told the parents in a speech that guns are going to be out here, or nothing you can do about the shootings or some shit. So get over it. How the fuck you tell somebody, you say some shit, some get over it? So if he can say that to some parents, matter of fact, let me hold up a minute. I'm gonna get this right.
First of all, gun violence in Black America is completely different from any billionaire can understand. That's the first thing. Gun violence in Black America is real serious. You listening to one motherfucker have been shot 3 times. So I'm gonna tell you right now from experience, the Black culture is suffering from a gun violence that no other culture is suffering from. Period. Other cultures love it. They revere guns. We get that. But at some point, the government got to stand up and say, okay, hold on. Even though y'all love the heritage of having the guns, your Second Amendment, that right there is killing one culture completely out of motherfucking existence, because you got so many guns that's loose in America. Go ahead, Tony.
All right, this is what the mofo said. So former President Trump shared his condolences for the victims and the families of the recent school shooting in Iowa during a campaign stop in Hogg State Friday, but then urged his supporters to move forward. I want to send our support and deepest sympathies to the victims and families touched by the terrible shooting yesterday in Perry, Iowa. It's just horrible. So surprising to see it here, he added. But we have to get over it. We have to move forward. So you basically telling these people, okay, just fucking get over it and keep it moving. Your child dead. We ain't gonna do nothing about it. Go on with your life. That's from the leading candidate, the motherfuckers who leading in all the polls for the presidency on the Republican side. So if he feels like this in Iowa, lily white Iowa ain't got a lot of blacks. How do you think he feels about all the gun violence and shit that's going on in Black communities, in Latino communities, in poor communities? If he's telling them to get over it, see, he telling them in a nice way or in an easy way what he been telling us for years. Because he basically said, fuck y'all. That's basically what he said. Your child is dead, fuck y'all, keep it moving. We ain't gonna do nothing. He telling you right there that doing something about all the guns in the streets, fucking assault weapons in the streets and all this other shit. It's not in his plan. It's not in his plan. But you got people out here and people in these communities that's really affected by this shit who think, oh, the shit he say is so slick. This dude is giving you the finger every day. Every day he gets up there and he gives you the finger. And then you got some of these buck shuffling Negroes out here that and parade behind this dude, will sit behind him on the dais while he on the fucking stage, be the only 2-3 Negroes in the whole motherfucking bunch. Then he'll point him out and say, that's my Negro. Look at my Negro.
Nigga eat my food. That's the one I like.
Come on.
Now, speaking of that, informing the Black people, I noticed over the last couple of weeks and months ago, that a lot of Americans has been invoking Section 1308 in a lot of situations with the police, right? So what I want to do here, me and Number One Soul Brother want to break this down for black people so we can, y'all and us can understand what is that Section 1308. You know what I'm saying, Doc? And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna show you a couple of females that, black females that took this and try to use it in the public forum, and we're gonna see how that ended with them, right? And then me and Number One Soul Brother, we're gonna come back and give our thoughts on the whole thing, period. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is someone in court, and she is invoking her sovereign citizen rights.
37-year-old Shannon Phillips has not been making payments on the court-ordered restitution and court fees that were part of her sentence. 5.5 years earlier, Phillips got into a physical altercation with store owner Tyrone Curry about how much change he owed her from a lottery ticket purchase.
Now remember, when you invoke stuff like this, you gotta know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? True or false, Number One Soul Brother? Correct. So I understand you feel like, okay, boom, let me invoke this. But you gotta know what you're talking about when you're in a settings with judges and lawyers and people that study this shit. At least know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Restitution to Tyrone for the damaged property. Phillips made regular payments for 3 years, but has fallen behind in the last year. She's paid less than half of the amount she owes to the victim. Today, Phillips is before Judge Patrick Conlon to address the outstanding payments.
Let's see if we can resolve this. Is Shannon Phillips or anyone representing her in court today? Ms. Phillips, are you there? Are you Shannon Phillips, who's identified as UCC 1-308, all rights reserved?
This is Shannon Phillips. She's chosen to log into the hearing as UCC 1-308, all rights reserved, and is not answering when the judge calls her name.
Okay, well, there's no response to the court's inquiry. It's 4:30 p.m. on July 13th.
We hear you now. Are you Ms. Phillips?
UCC 1-308, all rights reserved. I am here on a special visitation of the all caps name.
While Phillips has not identified herself as such, she appears to be employing tactics and reciting language from the playbook of sovereign citizens, many of whom believe that adding certain codes and all rights reserved to their names will protect them from prosecution.
Who are you? Okay. Seeing no response to my request, it's 4:30 p.m. The matter was scheduled for 1:30 p.m. Agent Miller, I will sign a bench warrant upon your submission. Failure to appear.
The judge is refusing to acknowledge Phillips until she identifies herself by her legal name.
My name is capital S, lowercase h, lowercase a, lowercase n, lowercase n, lowercase o, lowercase n.
Okay. Are you Shannon Phillips?
I am Shannon.
Judge Conlon is done playing the name game, so he wraps things up.
Okay. I'll sign the bench warrant when.
All right. That's one example. So I want to get your thoughts on people invoked in that first. I'm gonna show you another example. First, she using sovereign nation. We need to explain to people what that is. And she using that, first of all, is reserved of the rights to perform or premises performance or assistance to perform performance in a manner demanding and offended by the other party, does not therefore prejudices the rights reserved. Such words as without prejudice, under protest, or like or significant. When they use words like that, is what it's they trying to provoke a third party to this thing, right? And I need to know from you, is this a good tactic from black people to try to use 308 as something to, discourage the fact that they not obeying or disobeying the law or obeying the law? You see what I'm saying? Like for that example right there, they asking her name. She's not giving them a name, right? She's telling her 308, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff, UCC. And they're just saying, what is your name? You know what I'm saying? Can you just give me your name?
Well, it's a good tactic only if it works. If the shit don't work, it's not a good tactic.
True.
That's the long and the short of it. If the shit don't work, and look, when you go to court, when you go to anywhere, the name that you in there under, whether your government or not, whatever name they got you in there under, that's the name they're going to acknowledge. You can't come in there. You can't go to court one day. Her name is Shannon, whatever, and then the next day she now down.
Let me show you how we do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden somebody had told her some shit, or she done read some wild ass book that told her to do this shit. You going in there without a lawyer or nothing else, and you think that shit gonna work.
Now again, this is a tactic is being used lately, right? And I notice everybody is trying to piggyback on it once they get locked up, but you really gotta know what you're talking about. This is another example of a black female using Sovereign Nation as her defense.
I don't understand.
Listen for a second.
I don't understand.
Okay? I get what you're saying that you don't understand. Okay,
Yes,
you need to understand the circumstances that you're in.
I don't understand.
They're looking at the property that you have here.
I don't understand.
If you can relax for a
I don't
second,
understand.
we have a process that we can go through.
I don't understand.
Stop.
I know my rights.
Stop.
I know
Shut
my
up.
rights.
Shut your
I'm
mouth
gonna be-
and listen to him.
Mr. Bullard, you're doing your job. I understand you, but
That is not my name.
I understand the law. I've been studying.
Stop
So
talking.
I'm reserving my rights. I'm in the process, so I know what's going on with this whole bullcrap of the law. I know what's going on. So just once I get my rights, my severe national rights, we're gonna be okay because I do not understand.
Tell me when you're done.
I don't understand you
Tell me
guys'
when you're
law,
done.
and I'm not in you guys' jurisdiction. I do not understand UCC 1308. Thank you. So,
Are you done?
Okay.
Yes,
So
okay.
let's start where we're going to start. Okay. You're misunderstanding the situation. Okay.
I do not understand
You're
anything
inside.
that's
You're
going
in.
on.
Just listen.
I don't
You're
understand.
inside of private property.
I don't
okay.
understand.
We are the police. We're going to ask
Can
you
I
for
have
information.
can I have
You're
a
not in
legal-
control of the situation.
A legal
You need to
representative-
stop.
A legal representative, please, because I do not
We're asking
understand
you
your
for your
colorful law
basic
that you guys
information.
operate under. I don't understand the law you guys operate under. I'm the
Brittany, what is your name?
beneficiary of my trust account. I do not understand UCC
Let's go first.
1308.
There's nothing in here.
Let's just see if there's any ID card or anything.
I do not understand.
We understand that you do not
I
understand.
don't
Okay, you can stop talking.
Okay, I
Thank
don't
you.
understand.
Stop talking.
I don't understand.
Stop talking.
I don't understand.
Only go to jail
I
and
know
keep this
my
up.
rights.
100%.
I know my rights. Trust me.
Keep it up.
I know what's going on. I'm reading all the books. I'm
Yeah.
very well educated. It's
No, you're
like
not.
when you have knowledge,
You're not.
knowledge is
You have no
power.
idea what you're talking about.
You know, we get
Have.
As officers spoke with the manager, she stated that the suspect had $3,000 worth of items in her bag. After she was caught, she stated that she was a queen and that loss prevention had no right to detain her.
You know, give them an inch. They're going to take them out.
No, yeah.
And-
That's why I didn't open the door because I didn't know if she had pepper spray or anything.
Yeah.
Operate under. I do not understand.
Let's just take phone. You
And
can.
you guys are holding my property and invading my privacy.
Yeah, we're gonna shut you in here, and you can have some quiet time, okay?
No, because I'm claustrophobic. I'm gonna.
No, you can have some quiet.
All right, hold on. All right, first of all, to let the audience know, this whole thing right here, I don't know nothing about, right? It's new to me, and as you learning, I'm learning, right? Right. So as you look in the books, right, it's a reservation of rights, right? So obviously they're learning this from somewhere that's telling them to invoke this. So we, as doing a podcast for Black Americas specifically, we need to decipher this here, right? And make sure that is this true or what the fuck is this right? Is this something we can do, or you just making a fool of yourself? You're gonna get locked up just like this lady did right here. Now, reading up on this right here, like I just said, just something. I don't know if Tony number one soul, but do you know something about this here? You CC?
I heard about this shit before.
Uh-huh.
Like I say, if shit work, that's one thing. But she's sitting there listening to her, the second one. She's sitting there spouting all this UCC 1308 shit. But the whole time, she trying to use the rights that she already guaranteed. I'm not gonna speak to you without representation.
True.
That's all the fuck you had to say from the get-go. I'm not talking to you. If they say, hey, then you got a right to remain silent. Shut the fuck up. They ask you a question, give me a lawyer. That's it. That is it. That's all you have to do. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you when you go to court. You got a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be supplied to you, and so on and so forth.
Now, everybody be clear. This is something that's really, it's something in the books that they actually using here. And it actually is in District of Columbia too. They have this in 1308, performance or acceptance under the reservation of rights. So it do exist. So are they using it in the right manner though? Now here in DC, it says a party that with explicit reservations of rights performance, promises, performances, or access to performance in a manner that demanded or offered by the other party does not thereby prejudice the rights reserved. Such words as without prejudice, under protest, or like other significance.
Say how to use this shit in court. Whenever you sign any legal papers that deal with Federal Reserve notes, what are Federal Reserve notes? Money.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you sign any legal paper that deals with money, that's Federal Reserve notes, basically, right? Without prejudice, UCC 1308.4, directly above your autograph, like this, without prejudice, UCC 1308, first, middle, last. This reserves your right. You can show at UCC 1308 that you have sufficiently reserved your rights. So that's dealing with right there is what is a common law. A party that with explicit reservation of rights performs a promises, performance, or assents to performance in a manner demanded or offered by the other party does not thereby prejudice the rights reserved. So such words as without prejudice, under protest, or the like are sufficient. I gotta read this shit because I mean, what rights are you? If it ain't giving you the right to do what you did, what they say you did, I don't get it. I'm just this shit.
So what I'm saying, they far as we concerned, we are telling you as Black Americans, right? As the people that's giving you information on something. This is something that I don't see working in most situations. Put it like that. Don't just say this because this right here is basically what you get anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just like Soul Brother was telling you, get most of these rights any fucking way. So for you to say that and then don't just say you want to see a lawyer. It's the same thing.
Because if you going up in there, you didn't got locked up or you in court or whatever the fuck, and you going to use this as something to protect your rights or whatever rights you protecting. Have your lawyer there. That's the fucking lawyer there for. Your lawyer is to protect your rights. If you got your lawyer there, you tell your lawyer that I want to get, hey, look, I'm gonna claim UCC 1308.4, whatever it is, then
First of all, people gotta understand this is not nothing that's domestic or police involved. This is more for employment agreements. This is contract service agreements. These are things used for you as an entity making an agreement with other people. It gives you certain rights that's reserved in those certain situations. It has nothing to do with like a police pull you over, put it like that.
Like the second one, like the second female. She's sitting there crying. She's sitting there talking about the motherfucking
UCC 1308.
The loss prevention. People ain't had the right to do this, and the loss prevention. That's a goddamn lie. Do you know they can do the laws? Look, the police can take you down to the motherfucker to the police station or wherever they take you at, and they got a certain amount of time where they got to charge you and let you go.
Yeah.
Loss prevention, them security guards in the store, you know, them motherfuckers will hold you as long as they fucking want before they call the police. As long as they feel like holding you.
Yeah.
So, them the fucking rights you need to know that they can do is certain things that they can do and get away with that the police can't. Them the rights you need to know. Now, if this is helpful, I just don't. Me personally, I never use it, and I done been in more than trouble. I done been in more just as much trouble as anybody. I have never heard of this or tried to. I've heard of it. I never tried to use it or whatever the fuck. You know, I beat cases the old-fashioned way. But
you know,
if you don't know your rights and you don't sit up there, I read the book. I read the book. I got news for you. A motherfucker just don't go to the motherfucking to the police station and apply for a job and get a job. Them motherfuckers know procedures. Them motherfuckers know law. They gotta know how the fuck. If they don't know the law, how the fuck can they charge you with something if they don't know what the fuck they doing? And if they ain't been hipped up on what the latest laws or what the penal code is. Come on, be for real. People act like the police stupid. These motherfuckers ain't stupid. Them motherfuckers know exactly what the fuck they doing and know what the fuck they can charge you with. They know how long they can hold you.
It's like
all of this shit.
Some stuff you gotta really pay attention. I don't know when people tell you stuff like this, you gotta know what you're doing when you do this stuff, man. It's like some of this stuff is you already got rights to do. So tell me you want to see a lawyer. That solves all that. That's you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not talking unless I have a lawyer. Like, what are we doing?
This is something y'all need to know. And y'all can easily find out. Just visit the joint. Y'all don't have no idea of how many people is sitting in jail, is sitting in prison, doing 10, 20, 30, 40 years life and all this other shit because somebody told them some dumb shit like that, or they read some shit in a book and they done went up in there and that shit done went way left, and now they ass sitting for God knows how long. Look, come on, people. We better than this. We better than this. I got news for you. Once you go in there spouting out some ignorant shit out your mouth, they're gonna treat you like you're ignorant.
Like a goddamn show.
If you go in there acting like an ignorant ass, they're gonna treat you like an ignorant ass.
Like,
you know?
for example, Shorty right there, if she ain't going to all that, they probably let that bitch go.
Right, the bitch got picked up on shoplifting.
Like, what the fuck are we doing?
You was boosting.
They would probably let your ass go on some citation or some shit. Like, what are we doing?
Boosting. You probably got on your own reconnaissance. They probably told you. They probably most likely told you, well,
just sign these papers or some shit,
and don't go in that store no more.
You can't come in no more. Yeah, she turned it into a whole thing.
But you done went. I read the book.
308.
Right. I read the book. I know my rights.
Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta be smarter than that. Fuck what you heard.
And
bro.
when the first right that you need to know is shut the fuck up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
That's the right. That's the only right you need to know. When they tell you win, and they don't even read you your rights. This is how they get you. They don't even fucking read you your rights. Them motherfuckers give you a paper and tell you, read this. They say, read this and sign it. The motherfuckers don't. All that shit you see on TV. Got an argument with a motherfucker over this the other day. Motherfucker, you gonna go by shit you see on TV. Don't go by that shit you see on TV. Them motherfuckers gonna slide you a paper with all the rights that you need to know. And that first right is you got the right to remain silent. Use that motherfucker. Don't say shit. Don't say nothing. You got a right to shut up. You ain't got to fight your case here now. You ain't got to pull out UCC 1308. You ain't got to pull out the only thing you need to know is the Fifth Amendment. That's the only motherfucking right you need to know. And that's the first right they put on that fucking paper when they slide it to you. Is the Fifth Amendment. You got the right to shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Because if you say something, it can, and they say it can, and will. It can be used, and it will be used against you. That's the only right you need to know. Shut the hell up. And the next one is you got a right to be represented by an attorney.
Exactly.
Them are the ones you use. Shut the fuck up. Get me a lawyer.
Don't make this shit hard. Don't make it a hard thing. You know what I'm saying?
If you gonna sit down there,
You're already black. It's already hard.
You going over to the jail with all them crazy ass dykes. Them dykes gonna get you.
Now, it's one thing we always do. We celebrate the black ladies. Now, this week right here, we're gonna celebrate somebody, man. First of all, this is something we call cocoa butter awards. You know what I'm saying? That's something we do. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jasmine Guy. Everybody know Jasmine Guy, right?
It's Whitley.
At this point, everybody knows.
Whitley.
Hold on. Did you watch what was the name of that joint she used to do?
Whitley, Different World.
Different World. Did you watch Different World?
You goddamn right. Who did?
I did.
Cosby Show. And
Now Cosby Show.
Back to back.
I'm gonna tell you, I kind of like her, but I didn't like her, but I did like her. Ain't that some shit? Like I kind of wanted to fuck her, but it just like I don't know, it was something about her. It just wasn't clicking with me. But she fine as fuck. Yeah.
Bouginess.
Maybe that was it. Yeah. The character she played was throwing me the fuck off. Yeah. Like, I don't like that bitch.
But she needed somebody. You see the Wayne ghetto ass burnt that ass up. Oh, good.
Now, anybody know Jasmine Guy has won her first Emmy, the iconic actress who has appeared in the projects such as Harlem Nights, School Days, The Vampire Diaries, Grey's Anatomy, after receiving her first ever Emmy nomination. Now, do you agree with her getting an Emmy or disagree?
I didn't know she got one the other day. I didn't know she was still acting.
That's true too. I didn't know that either. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I didn't know she was still in nothing. Then the shit. The last thing
I appreciate that
she
though.
Was on, it was a TV show she was on shortly after Different World went off the air. And that was the last I heard of her.
Yeah, The Different World. Yeah.
Now one thing after that.
That role right there, she received 4 consecutive NAACP awards for that role. So give her a shout out for that for sure. Mm-hmm. So that role right there wasn't going unseen by the NAACP. First of all,
she wasn't getting no Emmy for it, but she got the Image Awards.
True. She was in Die Hard too.
What Die Hard?
Die Hard.
The Kevin Hart joint.
I think it was Die Hard.
Die Hard is a.
Not Die Hard. Die Hard.
I know Die Hard.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart shit.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I've really fucked with her as an actor. I respect her. She cool. She's not one of the top actors like certain actors as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, but she good now. You know what I'm saying? As far as comedic and timing and all that. And being a bougie ass asshole. Just like her and what's the bitch in Prince of Bel-Air joint, the broad on there. Those two people, yeah, they the same. They assholes. It's like she might be doing good in a role, but I can't stand the bitch.
Yeah, Whitney, like in the beginning of that show, Whitney was a stuck-up little bougie, princess. That's what he called her. So a stuck-up little bougie ass. But as that show went on, then she got more and more conscious of her people and a whole lot of shit. Her character evolved. Now Hillary Banks, she was a ditch from the first episode.
Yeah, she was an asshole.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to the last episode of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So she was a cold ditch, and her character never evolved. Now with Jasmine Guy's character, Whitney, that character evolved through the whole run of the show.
That's Jasmine Chanel Guy. She's 61 as we speak.
61.
Actress, singer, dancer. She used to dance like a motherfucker though.
Yeah, she do it all right.
Yeah. I fucks with her. She's like one of the most talented motherfucking black people we had in this thing. She good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give her her props though, for real.
Yeah.
So I respect her.
Probably after see, that's what happened with a lot of black actors, especially that play roles like that. It's good when they playing it, but they get typecast. That's why Jaleel White wasn't never shit after Family Matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but she played in School Days too. Some of this shit started her career though.
She won a light skin.
Probably nice too and shit.
Beefing with the jigaboos.
Yeah. People don't understand when you take these small roles. Some of these joints, like when you look back in time, small roles blew people up. I mean, like if you look back, it's like. But you look at it now. For example, everybody bitching about wearing a dress. You've been hearing about this, right?
We talked about it the other day.
Like motherfucking comedians bitching about wearing dresses and shit, right? But to me, it's like most people take small roles. Some of these roles blew them up.
But see,
you might not even remember they had a dress on and shit.
I understand where they coming from with that motherfucking dress shit.
I don't.
I mean, basically the dress. They gonna put a dress on. They gonna put you in a dress and a dick in your mouth. Oh your ass. That's the first step. It's basically in that once we get you into this dress, it's basically we got you and you'll do anything. And that's how it is. It's about fucking like, man.
This is why I disagree, right? Let's take acting for example. If you grow up want to be an actor, in your mind, acting is acting. So they give you a role to play a gay person. Well, people don't even want to do that. But you want to be an actor. So you want to be specific on what roles make you a bona fide actor. That's not cool.
But see, I get what they're saying. I get what they're saying about that. Because if you done wrote a script and you got a gay role in it, why you can't get that role to a gay actor? When half of Hollywood is gay.
That's cool. But
you mean to tell me
if the box office actors are A, B, and C, I'm going to them first. They actors. They should be able to act this. That's what they're getting paid to do. Act.
I understand that. But
acting mean act like you gay. Fuck you mean?
But
that's your job. That's what you like to do. That's what you're supposed to do.
You're not comfortable doing it. You're just not comfortable doing it. You know?
But why though when it's acting? This is what you're supposed to do.
Because the same thing Kevin Hart jumped out there and said until they broke his dumb ass down. And when he jumped out there, oh no, I'm not getting in no dress. I ain't crossing that line. I got standards. I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. Nah, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that. They ain't even put me in no motherfucking dress. A week later on Saturday Night Live, they put that motherfucker in a dress, dressed him as a little girl. On Saturday Night Live. And everybody was like the same. Well, motherfucker, a week ago you said you wasn't getting in no dress. And then it was let's be real about Kevin Hart. Everybody loved Kevin Hart. But you name a movie that Kevin Hart was in, and basically he the same character in every movie. in every motherfucking thing, Kevin Hart in, he act the same way. He don't change.
Mm-mm.
So when they say, when motherfuckers say we'll put it like this, he ain't got no range. When it comes to acting, he ain't got no range. You can say the same thing for Samuel. You can say the same thing for Denzel.
I mean, it's a lie you say that.
There's a lot of motherfuckers you can say that about, but you got a motherfucker that say, "Nah, I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that because," and he was quoting the same thing Dave Chappelle said to Oprah. Hold on. I come in here, this wasn't written in the script, and now it's a motherfucking dress sitting in my dressing room. You come in and talking about, oh, we didn't got this scene and blah, blah, blah. He's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit. And I knew the movie he was talking about when he said it was in Blue Street with Martin. Like, hold the fuck up. He's like, I ain't doing this shit. And although we didn't, and 5 minutes later, they came back with when he refused to do it. 5 minutes later, they came back with the script already rewritten without the shit in. So you had two motherfucking scripts. So
yeah, but I just disagree. Like, if you want to be an actor, that's what you do, right? You act whatever the roles are. You pick your roles.
I could agree with that too.
If you're a comedian, that's what you do. Like, for example, you do not think of motherfucker Martin as gay. He did Big Mama, right or wrong?
No,
you don't even think of that.
But it's
who
like,
else?
Put it like this.
It's like you don't think of none. That's not going through the right mind. Why is they tripping off that shit?
Because it's like this.
It's the ridiculous shit ever.
But we really can't say this because it's a lot of dirty shit going on in Hollywood, and we know what we hear, but we don't really know the full fucking details. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck a teenage Kevin Campbell with the talent that he had out there sucking dick on motherfucking the Hollywood Strip
allegedly.
For money. How motherfucking how these they say Puffy done ran up in Bashir Gray. And all these motherfuckers they say Puffy done ran up in. All the shit they just say Quincy Jones and allegedly turned all these people out. And all this is allegedly. So it's a lot of shit that's going on. And we done heard the terms about the casting couch for the longest time, that you got to get along, that you got to go along to get along. So we really don't know. We don't really know the full details of what's going on. And like I say, there's a lot of motherfuckers coming out saying, that once you put that dress on, they got you.
I get that part.
So,
but we can go back in history
just don't want to be
of all the people that put on dresses. You don't think of them as gay people. Richard Pryor.
But that's just coming out.
What?
That's just coming out.
What?
That Richard was.
See, now on when happened?
That even came out from his best buddies. Even that came out from Paul Mooney. People don't think Paul Mooney was gay. And then it came out that Paul Mooney allegedly fucked Richard Pryor's son. That's why they had a falling out. See, like I said, we don't know all the shit that's going on. Now they say Richard's ex-wife, one of Richard's ex-wives came out and said that Richard was into men and women. So
he gone now. It's easy to do that.
Yeah,
it's easy.
Right. So like I say,
that wasn't going on when he was alive.
Well, he wasn't.
So true or false? We both was alive when he was still making movies.
Yeah.
And nobody was talking about he was gay. He was on drugs.
He was on this.
That was key.
No, because
nobody was talking about he was gay.
Performance. It was something that came out that when Richard said out his mouth, he said it in front of a gay audience. He was doing something in front of a gay audience, and Richard said, "Yeah, I sucked the dick too."
I don't remember that. I watch all his shit.
Nah, like I say, it's a lot of shit.
He's my favorite comedian. And when he put a dress on, I didn't think of him as a gay person.
I didn't think
This shit was just funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, Richard was in the dress.
But what Cat Wim is accusing is they telling you put that dress on. If you take this role with the dresses, you get more roles. If you refuse to dress roles, then you get nothing.
To another level.
That's what he means.
Do
you agree with that? That's a wild shit.
Yeah, to a certain extent, because you saw what happened when motherfucking Kevin Hart claimed that he wasn't gonna put on a dress. When he put on that dress on Saturday Night Live, after that, he got roles. Up until then, he was in a rack of bullshit movies. He was in shit like Paper Soldiers. He had the stand-ups, but he ain't had no roles wasn't doing shit like the Jumanji.
But wait, when y'all say that, let's say Eddie Murphy, for example, right? Eddie Murphy is Eddie fucking Murphy before he put that dress on. He can get any roles, he can produce any movies, he can do whatever the fuck he want before he did Big Mama. He was huge before that. So you can't say the dresses was doing these things.
But we also
who else?
But we also know about Eddie Murphy cruising up and down Sunset Strip with
Yeah, but he was huge before some dress shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm saying.
Can you say
it's too
what's my man playing on Friday? Damn it, the first nigga. Chris Tucker. Can you say he gay? Because you know in Fifth Element, he's real feminine.
But that don't. But see,
that's what I mean. That's my point.
That don't mean he didn't. He didn't fall into the. He didn't
so you say it's the opposite. See, I look at it different. See, I'm looking at it like you looking at it like that don't mean they did it. I'm just saying it's like no, that's only possible.
If you got half these motherfuckers coming out here and saying that this is how it is, somewhere along the line, we know some of that shit gotta be true. We already know they've been passing women around Hollywood for the longest time. They've been passing dudes. Look at them two little one of them dead now. The Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, especially Corey Haim. They passed that little white boy around motherfucking Hollywood like he was a joint.
So you actually think?
So we know what happens. They passed Tevin Campbell was passed the right.
This is tough for me to believe this shit. So with like Cat Williams, what they trying to say is, if you don't go along with gay activity, you don't flourish in the business. Is that reality, bruh? Come on.
For some of them, it is.
Come on, let's be honest.
For some of them, it is.
Like, really, though? Come on. Like, you will not flourish unless you suck most of these producers' dick. Literally suck their dick. Not just be up their ass, touting their accomplishments, but literally putting it. What the fuck are they talking about? Really, though? You talking about, what's that producer? Epstein. You think you're going to walk to a black man that he don't know out the blue and say, let me suck your dick?
Okay.
Like, come on.
Who was the motherfucking rapper that said that 95% motherfucker said 95% of the rappers out here today is gay? And that for them to suck the dick to get a record contract.
Cool. I agree with that.
We know what's happened. So why that ain't happening in Hollywood? And on the acting side.
That's tough to believe, bro.
If a rapper
that you getting rolled doing that.
If a rapper suck a dick for a record contract, what makes you think an actor won't suck a dick to get a part in a movie?
I just can't see. I'm just trying to think of somebody that wore a dress that's obviously ain't sucking nobody ass in dicks, right? And I'm just trying to figure out who wore a dress that you can really say, and they ain't doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, you go. Okay,
we already know
that ain't wore a dress.
We already know.
Name but a few that you can name that ain't wore a dress, and the ones that you can name, it ain't wore a dress, and especially if they comedians, they funny as shit, but their career ain't doing nothing. And it's your Cat Williams,
Flip Wilson's the motherfucker I was trying to think of. Flip Wilson.
Geraldine. He's the motherfucker. He's one of the motherfuckers.
He's the first star of this shit. Yes. That's the name I was trying to think of.
Right. Geraldine was what got him that show.
Dave Chappelle.
Nothing else.
He wore his motherfucking dress.
In what?
And lipstick.
In what?
You ain't seen him?
Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
In what?
And Howard Stern. You know Howard Stern used to do the wildest shit ever.
Oh, I know Howard Stern a freak.
Howard Stern had a nigga in lipstick.
I don't remember.
Howard Stern had a nigga in lipstick and fucking a dress. He was acting like a bitch.
Yeah, what? Oh, Jarrell put his name on it. But like,
finally, yeah.
That's another motherfucker thing they say, that when they get you up in the motherfucking parties and shit, them motherfuckers get you all doped up off of shit, get you in the motherfucking room, got you doing all kind of fucked up shit off the high.
I can't agree.
Motherfuckers coming there taking pictures and shit.
I can't agree. They could be like blackmailing motherfuckers. Because people in the hood does that. Yeah. Like gay motherfuckers does that. They use that to wherever they work, wherever they do, they use that to try to blackmail you to fuck them. Yeah. Fuck you. They does that. That happens, period.
Yeah.
But so is that the industry though?
Like I say, it's a lot of look.
That's in all industries.
Look, you can look this shit up, YouTube or all these dirt sheets, see it, all this shit. You can look this shit up, and it's so many of these people that got these stories. About these wild ass parties, about Puffy parties, about Weinstein parties, about all of this, and about what producers want motherfuckers to do to get in a movie.
True.
And the shit motherfuckers doing for fame and all this other shit.
I believe that
shit not a lie. And it's a lot.
I believe that. I believe that.
And a lot of motherfuckers that I ain't saying all of them that did it, but
I believe it. For example, if you had power to grant bitches roles, you shouldn't tell me you ain't getting no head during this process. That's what I mean. So people taking advantage of their situations.
Okay.
If they gay, they want to do some gay shit. Now, if you doing that or not, is the problem.
Like I watched a Gilbert Arenas video the other day. It was Gilbert Arenas had this video, it's on YouTube, where this one they was playing in the playoffs. So they was somewhere, and Halle Berry walked through. So Gilbert was like, they was basically starstruck. Damn, this Halle Berry. And then it was like Harvey Weinstein and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers was sitting like behind them or over to the side of them, whatever the fuck you said. She walked by. They spoke to Halle. She kept it moving. And they was like, oh, she can't speak to us now. Oh, but it wasn't like that when she needed that part. So motherfuckers is doing, motherfuckers is giving some head to get ahead. So I mean, I ain't saying it's everybody, but it's a lot of freaky shit going on in Hollywood. I'll say that much.
And that I agree with, for sure.
And we really don't know.
For sure. But to say, just because you put a dress on, now you some gay activity ass dude, I don't know about that. Because I look at motherfuckers over my history, I know when I watch them,
when they'll come to you with to put a dress on for a part that really don't even call for you wearing a dress. That you don't really even need to do that. It's sort of like they call it they're initiating you into some shit, or
I see what you're saying.
It's all kind of wild shit.
Let's take that from there. Big Mama, for example. Okay, we already know if motherfucking Martin Lawrence ain't want to do that, he could have had somebody do that, right? He could have did it himself. Martin Lawrence. Hold on. Big Mama. If he wanted to just have just direction of this whole movie and just put somebody else in the dress, he could have done that, right? Yes or no?
Maybe.
But he chose to be the person that does that. Why? Because he know he can bring the character out. Because he's a comedian. He funny. He know how to make it work. So therefore, I'm gonna make a Big Mama movie. I'm gonna do it myself instead of getting another man to do it. And he had another man doing another character in the same movie. I think I forgot his name. He put the dress on. I think that's the one that Cat Williams said he turned down.
Brandon T. Jackson.
Now, look at the reason why he put it on. Did you watch the movie?
I've seen the movie. I've seen all the big
What's the reason why he put the Big Mama joint on? With the outfit on?
What you talking about? The plot of the movie?
Why he put his on though?
What you
The
mean?
reason for him putting it on.
You talking about the plot to the movie? Or
Yeah. There's a reason why he did it too.
Because both of them, it was Big Mama's house with three, like father, like son. So he was on the case with Martin in the movie or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. It wasn't no gay shit, was it? It was him putting it on to help him out with the investigation. They both felt like they was undercover. And you saying the fact that he said, okay, I'll put my hand up, I'm gonna put the dress on. You saying that's initiation for getting more roles. That what you saying, right?
That's what they say.
How many roles did he get after that?
He ain't got none.
Exactly. So what we talking about?
I know of.
And he put the dress on and replace some motherfucking most name.
Only thing I know he been in is Tropic Thunder. That's the only other movie I know.
Yeah, anything Ice Cube put him in.
Now, what?
He didn't do anything out that dress. That just ain't do shit.
But see, that's what we was talking about earlier. That's what.
So if somebody gave him a promise that if you put this dress on, we got you. It didn't work.
The shit that's on the screen, that's for what us to see. Because like we were saying earlier, we're naive to the fact of what's really going on in that Hollywood world. We're naive to the fact of what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because if Brandon Jackson might have put the dress on, but Cat Williams just told us the other day he was offered the part, he turned it down. So they had to go find somebody else. So
that's my point.
How we don't know that Brandon Jackson got penetrated or sucked the dick to get that role.
Okay, cool.
So we don't know that.
His whole premise was he turned down the role because they want to give him dick. He gave it to somebody else, right?
Yeah, maybe that's somebody else took it.
But he said once he get that dick, he gonna have more roles. They promise him more and more shit. Yeah, how many roles did man get after he got the dick then?
People lie.
How many roles after he put that shit on?
Know.
You said none.
Maybe somebody
You
else.
said none.
Okay, baby.
What happened?
He was lied to.
Hold on, what? Wait.
Maybe
So
he was
now,
lied to.
now you gonna say
came along and
wait.
gave him some better hands.
Now a nigga gonna say now you tell me a nigga gonna tell you I'm gonna give you 10 roles if you let me suck your dick.
Maybe
now I'm gonna suck your dick and then I'm gonna lie to you.
Maybe the head wasn't no good, and the motherfucker say fuck this shit. But we already started filming the movie. We don't know. We don't know. All I'm saying is this.
We ain't get shit after that. It's
all
clear.
I'm saying is this.
Right. We know that.
You can only go by what people in that situation
Who said they didn't do anything after that?
And it's plenty of people. It's not just 1, 2, not even 3 or 4. You got umpteen people who saying the same thing. So some of this shit has got to be true. I ain't saying it's all true, but it's got to be some factuals behind some of this shit because some people saying the same shit.
I agree with that.
So if you got
some of this is bullshit too now. Because I know it's some gay people in the industry. We agree on that, right?
I just said that.
We agree.
I just said the same thing.
All right, we agree.
You got half of Hollywood. I ain't gonna say half. You got over half of Hollywood is gay.
No,
so
what I'm saying is
that don't mean that.
All right, this is what I'm saying. If you have a regular movie, just normal, it's gonna be a producer or anybody in that joint, an agent or somebody is gonna try to fuck a bitch and tell her, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give you this role. You just go around this thing right and give me some head. You good for the next 10 movies? Hold on. So if a nigga gay, they gonna be doing that to dudes, right or wrong. It's the same thing.
They are.
So we can't say just because a gay motherfucker that owns a movie joint that's doing the same shit that motherfuckers normally do.
Yeah, but
that's what they do. Now, if you as motherfucking a comedian or motherfucking any one of these motherfuckers, they're taking movie roles, and you not gay, but the producer gay and give me these propositions, it's up to you to say fuck no. It's not because of no dress, bruh.
Right.
It's not because of the dress.
That's what we saying. You had motherfuckers like Cat, like Dave Chappelle, like Eddie Griffin, and so on and so forth. Yes, they refuse them parts and say, nah, I'm not I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah. Now separate that.
And their careers have suffered for it.
Now separate that from an actor that's hard to work with.
What you mean?
There's two different things. Like if Cat Williams come in every motherfucking joint saying, "Ah man, real niggas don't talk like that," and I'm gonna change it. He can't. He hard to fucking work with. That's fucking period, bruh. Okay, right or wrong?
The dude been in over 60-some movies. So how?
Where are they? Don't nobody know nothing about none of these movies. So therefore, the movies, the real movies that get them blown for years and years, for decades, from this point on, to get him paid, he couldn't get those because of why? He's so hard on not wearing dresses.
Okay,
so
he hard to work with. Why?
That makes
because
hold on.
He hard to work with.
Hold on.
Suck a dick.
Hold on. See, that's not where I'm going.
I'd be hard to work with.
Hold on. So if every time we give him a role, we bring him in. Let's say I'm a producer. I feel like, man, I love Cat Williams and Friday. Man, I gotta bring him in on this one. I feel like this is him. We bring him in, and everything he read is real niggas don't do that. Man, I ain't doing that right there. Man, I can't do that. That ain't no real nigga shit. How many producers? How many motherfucking movie stations in time got time for a motherfucker got issues like that, bruh? That makes him hard to work with, bruh.
Well, when did this happen?
This has nothing. When somebody say certain things to him, he can't have no real nigga perspective to it.
When did this happen?
He even said that on the interview. I'm not doing no shit real niggas ain't doing. So that's him. Okay. So we already know. Listen. That means that's how he go into motherfucking interviews. That's how he go into these things. So we give him a script. He's thinking from a real nigga point of view, not an actor. Now you get it? So now we tell him shit and he tell him, nah, real nigga, let me change that. No, motherfucker, this is a script we giving you. We not Ice Cube and Friday giving you carte blanche to doing well the fuck you want. We give you the script, motherfucker. You can't tell him what real niggas do. I'm a white man. I don't know what real niggas do. What are you talking about? Now you see what I'm saying? He hard to work with now. As you pass him around from state to state and company to company, he a problem.
Okay, that's the same shit.
Right or wrong though. Okay, stay with me.
But the same
if that person coming in, hold on. If that same person coming every job, every motherfucker that bring him in with that same attitude, that gets around, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if I'm about to make a big movie and I love him, I'm not even bringing him in because I don't even feel like that. I'm gonna bring somebody else in, Chris Tucker or somebody, because they're not doing all that. They're just gonna bring the role to life. They're not gonna stop and say, real niggas don't do this. I'm not doing that. Let me write this and let me change that. That's a problem. That makes him hard to work with.
Now you putting it out there that's the reason.
That makes you hard to work with, bro.
If you don't want to suck a dick, you will be hard to work with.
Oh, you keep saying that. That has nothing to do with anything I said.
That's the reason he say he ain't where he should be. And plus, it's another. It got more to that.
For example, Ice Cube role. They had him in the motherfucking bathroom, right? That really blew him the fuck up.
Yeah.
He said that role he's supposed to get raped. Far as we concerned, he did, right or wrong.
He didn't get raped.
Bruh.
He almost got raped.
Far as we concerned, that role right there, that nigga strong armed his little ass until he ran out of there. Right or wrong? The screen stopped. The screen stopped when show him running. Was left our imagination.
He grabbed
Hold on, bro.
He grabbed Raymond nuts with the motherfucking lock pliers.
Cool. But before that, the screen stopped. We don't know what happened before he grabbed the pliers. We don't know if he strong armed them and then he grabbed the pliers and got him off him. You feel me? So we left it to our imagination. He was actually raped. So he went into the motherfucking joint saying, I don't like doing that. Real niggas don't do. Like, everybody can't work with that. Ice Cube is one person can work with you. These white motherfuckers, these Jews, had time for that.
Look, you make excuses.
This is reality, bruh. Who making most movies? Who make the most movies in the majority? Is it Jews and white people or black people? Who make? Okay, then. So most of the scripts gonna come from who? Jews and white people or black people? Yes or no? Jews, white people, or black people is most of the scripts gonna come from?
I mean, that's a
Jews, white people. What?
No, because you got a lot of black writers out here, but the Jews is controlling.
It's gonna get his money, right? These the big roles, right or wrong?
Yeah,
these are big roles.
Got the studio.
So if these studios and these productions feel like he hard to work with, where will he go from there? Is this blackball or you just hard to work with? Yes or no?
Like I say, it depends.
See what I mean? You make yourself hard to work with. Some stick, bruh.
I mean, it depends on what they want you to do to make you hard to work.
Like
with.
if you're a fucking plumber, it ain't but so many plumber joints in America. If everyone you go to, real niggas don't really do that. Let me change this. You get fired here, you get fired there. Eventually, everybody know you're a motherfucker that's hard to work with. So plumbing industries, you're gonna be hard to get in, bro. Right or wrong. This is facts. Everybody circulate information, my nigga.
Look,
in all industries.
His story is
right or wrong.
Look,
right or wrong with it. Right or wrong. If you're a plumber in the plumbing industry and you're an asshole, how many jobs you continue getting?
Depends on how good you are.
Nah, bro. Word get around.
How good you are.
You gonna open your own shit up.
Yeah.
The word get around. You're not filling out applications.
Look.
Right or wrong.
Look.
Stay on it. Right or wrong.
All right, you right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you right. Just say you right. But this is
wait.
This is the long and the short of it. The long and the short of it is this. That's that man's story. It ain't on me to tell it that if that man lying or that man not.
Everybody saying somebody lying.
He's saying
he hard to work with.
He's saying that's the shit he going through in Hollywood. That's what he's saying he going through.
He hard to work with too.
He's not the only one that's saying that. He's not the only one. It's people out there that's telling the same story.
Give me somebody.
That motherfucker in the industry that's telling the same story that Cat Williams is telling. So
who?
Eddie Griffin is one.
Really? He got some big roles.
What big roles?
He has his own movies.
What big roles?
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Besides Undercover Brother.
That was huge. He had white man's star co-stars in that.
Undercover Brother.
Did he suck a dick for that?
I don't know.
So what are we talking about?
Besides
now you see what I'm saying?
Brother, what other huge role?
Besides? How can you say besides?
What other movies, Eddie Griffin movies is there that you can name offhand?
You can't just say
some more. I know it's some more.
Besides.
He been in Undercover Brother, Who Made the Potato Salad. He been in
Deuce Bigelow.
He been Dice Clay.
Deuce Bigelow joint. The Bigelow joint was huge. Black Dynamite was huge.
Black Dynamite wasn't huge.
Oh my God. So Undercover Brother, Deuce Bigelow, and Black Dynamite was not huge. Scary Movie 3 was not huge.
Okay, he was in that.
They not huge? Did he suck a dick to be there?
I don't know. That's a question you gotta ask.
See, that's my point, bro.
See, the point is
you're not making this is my thing of this don't make any sense.
You taking it because
does this make sense?
You don't want it to make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
If that's his story and that's his truth, you only can.
It's a lie.
His story and his truth.
It's a drunk lie.
Up with him. If he coming out, no, look, all of this shit that they've been saying, and even the shit with Cat Williams on motherfucking Club Shay the other day. A lot of people commented on the shit Cat Williams said, but nobody came out and said it was a lie. Nobody. Even Ice Cube put out a 7-minute video confirming the shit he said about the shit in Fridays with Ricky Smiley. Nobody's saying
no. That's not that's not what happened there. Ice Cube confirmed that two things. Confirmed that he didn't write the script for himself. He let him ad-lib on certain cuts.
Okay, it was
he said Smiley, he the one made the decision on Smiley who was playing Money Mike. He felt like he was better Money Mike than Smiley.
Okay,
but he made that decision.
Then he verified that motherfucking Smiley said that he went out for the part of Money Mike.
And Q made a decision that what's the name was better for that.
Right.
That had nothing to do with either one of them.
But Cat point was that he was fucking that Ricky Smiley tried to make it seem like he had the part of Money Mike. That was Cat beef with the whole motherfucking thing. And motherfucking Ice Cube just verified it. Yeah, he went out for the part, but we thought Cat was a better Money Mike.
Yeah.
So he verified what he said.
And even that, Money Mike was not even a bigger role than the Santa Claus. It was smaller than Santa Claus. They expanded it more because Money Mike and my man was good.
He was doing his damn thing.
Exactly, expanded.
My point is that my thing is this. I'm not saying what that man truth is or if he's telling a lie. That's the story he putting out there. But of all the people he going on and saying shit about, nobody coming back at this man and saying you lying. Nobody once called Cat a liar. Nobody called him a liar, and nobody suing him for slander. So that tells you right there There's some truth to this shit. You got people out here like you got a lot of these fucking internet bloggers, YouTube bloggers. You got a motherfucker like Jaguar Wright who telling everybody business, and this bitch ain't been sued once, and she just said some of the most scandalous shit in Hollywood. So at some point, yes, maybe all of it might not be true, but some of that shit is going on.
I mean, that's what I mean. It's going on even from a heterosexual standpoint, because they're gonna try to fuck bitches and try to get them in and use the casting couch. If a nigga gay, they're gonna do the same thing. Okay. But if you motherfucking not gay, if you motherfucking Eddie Griffin or whoever the fuck that's not gay, and this motherfucker is putting a casting couch on for your ass, you had no business engaging in that. If you're engaging in that, that's you gay too. Like what the fuck?
Hey,
it's not the industry.
Some motherfuckers would do anything for $1. Some motherfuckers would do anything to get famous. So
now, for anybody to know,
I don't know who did what. I wasn't there when the shit happened.
For anybody don't know,
I go by what the motherfucker come out and say. The motherfucker say this what happened to me, and then if a motherfucker come out and say this person did this to me, or this motherfucker tried this, and the motherfucker don't come and deny it, or say that this motherfucker, okay, take this for instance. We know the shit that Captain said, the shit a lot of people done said. Now, just last week, motherfucking Aaron Rodgers insinuated that Jimmy Kimmel was on motherfucking Epstein's list. What did motherfucker Jimmy Kimmel do? He came straight out. He called that motherfucker a liar and said, if you want to keep on with it, we can settle this shit in court. He came straight the fuck out. You a lying motherfucker, and you say one more thing, we going to court. Has anybody said that to Cat Williams?
That's irrelevant, though.
It's not irrelevant, because if it's not true, you a lying bastard, and we going to court. And I'm gonna sue your ass for slander.
The stuff he's saying, for example, Ludacris. He said Ludacris.
This nigga come back with a rap.
But what I'm saying is, he said Ludacris and him was invited to a fucking what's the name party.
Yep.
That's significant.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Like you say, he made a rap or some shit, right? But that's significant when you bring that up. You making details of something that's really happening. So now, therefore, who are the people there then? Why you can't tell us that? Okay. Who are Illuminati then? Okay. Who invited you? Okay. Who are the people, specific motherfuckers that told you Illuminati is inviting you?
Okay.
Who told you that, bro?
Okay. Now, take the Ludacris shit. He said, this is what Cat said. Cat said that him and Ludacris was invited to a party. The motherfucker told them, but he offered them what? 10 films, 10 movies at 10 million a piece, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you gonna cut your hair, and cut off the sideburns.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he said he did it.
When Luda came back, now when Luda did all his early movies, and when he was in Too Fast, Too Furious, Luda had his hair, Luda had his motherfucking sideburns, correct? When he came back to Fast Five, what did he have?
He cut it somewhere. Where he cut it at? Everybody know he cut his shit. So when he cut it? When he cut it?
You know he cut it.
So he cut it.
You know he cut it.
All right then. So then he have roles after that. He's living the life. So that's the point.
Now after that, he done had. Let's see. He been in Fast 5, 6. Hold up, Fast 5, 6, 7, 8.
So he might be right here.
10. He been in Crash. He been in
okay. That's almost 200 million right there, ain't it?
Crash. He been on Empire. He been on a lot of shit.
Is that almost 200 million?
What else he been on? It was goddamn this another motherfucking.
Are we at 200 million by now? It gotta be.
Yeah.
Flash and Furious, 3 of them. Yeah.
He done been through. He been in.
You got 200 million.
He been in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You got 200 million for sure.
That's if it's 10 million. If you're getting at least 10 million a piece, that's 60 right there. He been in Crash. That was that's a little dough right there. He been
Hell
in
yeah.
he been in he got two, he'd been in
So he got 200 million for sure.
He got a 200 million.
Exactly.
He got a 200
So
million.
if that's true, okay, let's flip side that. Let's say Money Mike took the role. Do you see him in Fast and Furious? Like, well, that don't even fit.
Fuck no.
So who would have cast that, bruh? Does that make any sense? That doesn't make sense.
But who's to say those was the
Who was the hot rapper at the time? Who was hot at the time, though? Luda. It make big sense to have Luda in the movie than this clown
By
fool.
the time Luda started doing all the fast
Like,
movies,
come on.
by
He
the
was
time
hot.
He was that. He was hot as a
Before he
was
started
hot
up the
as an
movies.
actor. But
I'm talking rapping.
His music had cooled off by the time.
But he was hot as a rapper, though, regardless.
But his music had cooled down by then.
So, of course, to bring him in a movie,
Yeah.
just like you
What
did
I'm saying.
T.I. and all these other
Like I say,
motherfuckers,
we-
bruh.
Like I say, I don't know. None of us know. All we can say, all we can go by is what motherfuckers putting out there. Now, it's a lot of motherfuckers out there putting out some filthy shit, and motherfuckers is not getting sued. Motherfuckers is not getting cease and desist orders. Motherfuckers ain't being called liars. And anytime all the shit that goddamn Jaguar Wright putting out there, god damn, you think motherfuckers are trying to have a kilt, but nobody called her a liar.
So anybody don't know, Epstein took his life in jail. So
Yeah.
he has.
Allegedly.
So yeah. So we're gonna get deeper into the list of his joint later this week on Tuesday. But some of the names are Prince Andrews, Bill Richardson, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. So we're just gonna leave those 4 names out there.
Yeah.
And then we continue, and then we're gonna go deeper into the names. So before you stop and say, oh, it's only Democrats, not yet. You know what I'm saying? And some of these names, some of these lists are fake, so don't pay attention to all the lists that you see, because some of these are right-winging outfits that put out a list. So be careful. It is a true list. Look at the list itself. And us as a podcast, we're gonna come back and break down each one of these motherfuckers on the list, right? And see, is this true? Just like we just broke down, is this motherfucking shit Cat Williams be talking about is true? You know what I'm saying? We go deep in the details. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You got something to say before we dip up out of here tonight, though?
I'm good. Stay fuck out in Florida.
We keep forgetting to tell y'all about that too. Florida for Negroes, Hispanics. It is not the place for you, my niggas. All right? And that's coming from Hoodview Politics. Each and every Tuesday night, check us out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter. We're going to be there live very soon on motherfucking Spotify and whatever you get your best podcasts is at. You know what I'm saying? Hoodview Politics from the gutter where we come from. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we do. That's all we do.